Hey guys, all right. So, one of the things that is a question that's going to come up, and I've already been asked by one other person how to do this, so I figured I'd share. How are we going to integrate this into the UEFI? Technically, what we're going to do is not only integrate it into the UEFI, but we're going to also integrate it into our kernel. So if you learn it here for the UEFI, you're going to also learn it for the kernel. It's that simple. So first off, just go to the GitHub, just click download the zip. Open up the zip file, drag all the contents out. And here we are. Rename the folder to this because it has like dash master at the end of it. Just rename it shorter to this. You could leave it if you really want, but here's where you would probably add that. Like if it was named this, that's where you would put it. Anyhow, so what you're doing is you're going to create it as if it's in the path for the compiler to know this is an include. Now I could call this an include, but I'm leaving it this way so you can just physically see how it's done. So you put a -i. You could put a space there or not. It really doesn't matter. And then the name of the folder. Now, if it's a subfolder, well, then you want to use that and whatever the name is. But since this is just all we're using, is everything's inside here, this is where it's at. Okay, I'm going to move that over to the side. All right, so once this is added to the compile bat, you can also add it, let's see, I'm going to just save that. The make file, yeah, open with, and let's just say notepad. And you can actually add it, I guess right here. And you could say -i and then the name of that right there. So, you know, it's really up to you if you want to use that or not. I'm still going to leave this alone because I don't want to change, because some of you out there probably don't want to use this. And so I don't want to change that up. But the compile bat, because I'm using it here and it's going to be part of the series now. And since I am developing my own version of the C library from scratch, correction, let me rephrase that. I'm writing it all out. Not necessarily my own because everybody else has done it who actually has an operating system. So I can't take the credit because I'm not the first to do this. Anyhow, what I've also done too is when I said I was doing it all wrong last time, you'll notice that I've kind of changed this up a little bit. And although I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, everything else is now self-contained, which means that if you only want to call string H, you can. You don't need anything else. All right. So same thing with the standard library, or I'm sorry, stdlib.h, that's self-contained. And of course, we already know this is. All right. So these are literally not requiring anything else. And of course, again, we'll look at this again, this is just for true, false, decimal hex, and null. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this info yet, but for now, that's why I'm leaving it in there. So now when you go to compile, you'll actually need to include that stuff. So in here, we've included both of those. All right, you got your standard lib and your string. And where are you? The main right here. And that's all I needed to do is just include the C libs because of a, where was it? True, false? I forgot why I needed that. Well, anyhow, it's irrelevant at this moment. But the point is that that's how now we can use these brackets on all of these. In case you didn't notice, we're using the brackets now. And what this means is telling the compiler, hey, it's in the path. What you're looking for is in the path. And since we added the path here, now it all works together. All right, so yeah, just wanted to share that it does work and how you can integrate it in. Then you can just compile it. Now let's say we didn't have that, right? Let's say we didn't have this in there. And you want to see, so I'm just going to comment this out. so that way you can see what the errors are when you don't have that in there. Let's go to main and right there. All right. Okay. So when you go to compile it, this is what you're going to see, is a bunch of errors like this. And really, if you break this down and actually look at it, first off, it tells you which file that the error is in. Okay, so we know in this case, we're looking for EFI libs. All right. And it's saying, hey, null is not declared here. Well, null is actually declared. Where did I put that? Oh. Yeah, it's actually declared here. I think that's why I don't need it here in the root, to be honest. I don't think I do. Yeah, there's nothing in there that I actually need. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this out and save that. And I'm going to put it, and it doesn't matter. None of these require the others, so I'm just going to put it here. I think that's how it needs to be done. So do this. And let's see what else. I may actually have to put that back in the main, but let's find out. Oh, before we do that. And what else? Oh, was there another reason in the null? So we got EFI libs. Pretty much all of these are the EFI libs when you look at these. So yeah, that's really where it all boils down to. So I can just close this. And now that's done. So let's see what this looks like when we go to compile. Oh, right. We need to actually put this back. There. Okay, so now we go to compile like that. And now it's looking for the ITOA. That's our little function program. And then we've also got the string length. Okay, so it's actually looking for those. And that's where these two come into place. So the stdb, or ThatLib right there. And as I've already pointed out, is this. And as I've already pointed out, the string for this. There's your string length right there. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. So I don't error. See you, little punk. Hey. There. And voila. Okay. So I just wanted to at least share this so that it makes it easier. You can visually see. And let's get back here. And now when we go to compile it, it works just fine. And you just mount it. Wait for it. And done. And then now we can actually physically see that it does work. All right. So thanks for watching. And I hope this pretty much makes things easier in the long run. Especially when it comes to the next tutorial. I don't know when or what that's going to be about yet. But my target right now is trying to get that string F or printf done. So anyhow, that it was because of that led me to getting this underway. So all right, and again, you can find it here on my GitHub right there. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you, and cheers.